quickly press A when the flower on a revolving panel matches the big flower in the middle. So basically we need to time our A button presses until when the actual the card flips over to the exact same image as in the forms of what the flower is shown in the middle. And hopefully we would be able to actually match that particular flower picture. So let's see right here. Well, Yoshi's screwed, no matter what. And Peach also got screwed right there. So it's between me and Mario. Alright, come on. Come on. Pop it up. Ah, there we go. Even though Mario got it for quite a few seconds late. So either way though, I made it there first. And I'm pretty sure that we were able to actually gather the most insane amount of coins as we could. I believe I actually got about 51 coins. Wow, that seems quite a lot, doesn't it? Even though I've managed able to get 50 coins back after that, you know, the star stealing amount of coins from Boo. But hey, at least I'll take it, I suppose. Alright, number 1, this is 3. We still have not played. Oh, we still have not played hand, line, and sinker minigame yet, but hopefully we'll come across into it, so hopefully we would still get multiple chances to able to see that minigame, so anyway, so let's go ahead and deal with hide and sneak again. So not much else to say about this, honestly. So now I suppose that today's day is of course the 17th of January today, in this case in 2021, and it looks like that today is the forms of a word classified for saying it's recently the 7th year anniversary of the release of Mario Party, Mario Party Island Tour for the 3DS on the UK country. And I can't even believe it's been about 7 years since the actual release of Mario Party Island Tour. And speaking of such though, until when it gets to the point until this October, that Mario Party Star Rush will be 5 years old until then. And as far as next year is concerned, in 2022, Mario Party the Top 100 will become 5 years old as well. And as far as Super Mario Party is concerned, that basically until 2023, it will be a true definition of 5 years old by then. So, but even then though, because you know, time really does fly and all the other jazz, so anyways, let's go ahead and continue things on from here. So, yeah, it looks like Peach doesn't go ahead and steal some coins for me because she has nothing. So, that makes it a little bit more obvious for that point, for the sake of that particular battle minigame that we just played. Ooh, I got a 10. That's off for that one. And I'm also able to purchase, I'm also going for a golden mushroom because I haven't purchased the golden mushroom for the majority of this Let's Play so far yet, so at least as far as I'm trying to remember it correctly. Obviously the Merlin Star spot is over there, so either way though, I don't know if we can able to actually just yeah, I might as well go for it, even though I might as well able to just, you know, just take a poke and blast us back all the way over there, and I'm really hoping I can able to just trying to go to the alternative way to able to go from there. Oh, that was close. I'm seriously not gonna land on that chance time space, unlike, you know, in Deep Blooper Sea, that I'm pursuing that, well, I somehow managed to receive coins from that. So, but thankfully that does not seem the case at all, so alright, finally, Hand, Line, and Sinker, the last 1 vs 3 minigame that we have not played yet. So, reel in the 3 who have become fish. If all get caught, the single player wins. So, you know, think of like Castaways from Mario Party 1, except rather than just collecting coins, that's, well, except now it's going to be a 1 vs 3 minigame. So, in this case, for the team of 1 for Yoshi, is that he needs to use the magic hands to, you know, cast the actual, the fishing rod or something like that. And, meanwhile, for the team of 3, needs to able to avoid the magic hands. So, in fact, this minigame does remind me of one of those minigames from Mario Party Star Rush, that in a coin alphalon minigames, that it kind of feels like the exact same deal, except that rather than collecting coins and, well, and all other jazz, so instead that, obviously we need to avoid the one player's fishing rod, and, well, we just become fishes after all, so even then, though, that makes it a little bit more, well, obvious for that circumstances though anyway. Now, as far as whatever I haven't sort of mentioned about this ever since in yesterday's video, apparently that maybe ND Cube might able to actually work on the next Mario Party game is in development at the moment. But even then though, I think that might be a good reason why we can able to do the redo Let's Plays of old Mario Parties, ranging from Mario Party 1 all the way up to Mario Party 8, which that might be a kind of a good thing, because if we do continuous amounts of Mario Party videos during the rest of 2021, and eventually Mario Party 7 and 8 until 2022, and we might as well able to actually just to be celebrated with the next new Mario Party game, assuming if that will be real. Which, I might be very curious to see what's going to be happening next for, in terms of MDQ projects and all that stuff. Because obviously, it has been like, well, obviously 2 years since after the release of Super Mario Party, which, that game still sold so well for the likes of the Nintendo Switch, and sure enough, the next Mario Party game will be expectingly to be released on the Nintendo Switch on development, so that seems pretty awesome because, obviously the Switch is doing so well, so yeah, that's all it usually comes together though. But I'm not exactly sure what type of Mario Party is it going to be, but I'm really hoping it's going to be the classic formula again, just like in Super Mario Party, and hopefully they'll try to able to fix the actual, the party boards, as well as the forms of, well, just trying to remove certain assets for some convenience, and also just trying to improve the online mode, which, unlike Super Mario Party, is just basically just replaying through 10 of the exact same minigames, all things considered, so. And as you can see, Peach managed to use the Lucky Lamp, so in this case that now these 2 star spaces now has been going to a different spot. Like obviously one from the Mirage, and another one is real, so. No matter what though, I'm also able to purchase the Boo Palette, so I'm also able to protect myself if someone managed to try to steal a star from me, so that might be a good effort for my part, especially noticeable when it gets to the final turn. Don't do studies as much, but at least I get some items, like 2 warp blocks. Okay, I might as well take it then. Alright then, that seems kinda random, and yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to see how the next Mario Party is going to turn out. Or something else for that matter, but that again though, it only just shows a question mark, and that's pretty much how this goes. Although, the last time that the ND Cube was actually working on, it was actually by the forms of last year, where it comes to the forms of 51 worldwide games, classics games, or something like that, because it usually contains some familiar stuff, mainly with the forms of a tank game that is included, which it always reminds me of, you know, Shell Shocked Deluxe from the likes of Super Mario Party, except the fact that rather than take control of the Mario characters, instead we're able to take control of, like, well, just any kind of, like, profiles or something like that, I don't know. So anyways, let's do Bounce and Trounce again. It has been a while since we actually played Bounce and Trounce, but usually I'm still not a big fan of this minigame though, because, you know, think of like bumper balls, except, well, with iffy camera angle, and also is the fact that, well, I honestly will still prefer the top 100 version of this minigame, because they did manage to fix something in comparison to the original counterpart of this minigame, but that's just me anyway though, because I know it's definitely a little bit more old school like when it comes to the forms of likely compared to the forms of a newer counterpart in the top 100 to make things a little bit more fixable when it comes to physics and momentum and stuff like that, but either way, enough about that. Oh wow, we are turn 15 already. Quite surprised we're actually breezing for this board. Well, despite the beginning is kind of slow, but eventually we're able to end off this board, and eventually in the next weekend we can move on to the forms of Woody Woods, which I'm not gonna lie, Woody Woods is an okay board, it's just average, although not my favorite board, because, well, I'll explain more details about that board whenever we get on to next weekend, so, yeah, I thought I was able to do that, so. Oh yeah, something's worth mentioning for this point too, is that, regardless of the forms of everything else I'd like to discuss upon, oh, Yoshi's is almost get himself double sevens. Even though if he gets 2 sevens, then he'll get even more coins from there. But anyway, and it looks like he goes around the circle. Well, now he just goes on to the left, so that seems kind of random. Mario gets a 4. And what space does he land on? He lands on... okay, it's just a blue space. Fair enough. Especially noticeable that we have not landed on any single of those. Okay, we got ourselves another new minigame, Pipe Cleaners. Hit the baby Bowsers with the hammer as they pop out of the pipes on either side of you. So you have to like tilt the control stick up or down and press A and B depending on what sides they show up. So yeah, let's go and get some more smacking between them. So yeah, it's pretty easy if you manage to get the hang of this though. Especially noticeable that, thankfully, this minigame is actually quite easy compared to the forms of how it does it on, you know, Ridiculous Relay, where you have to deal with the forms of that spider section, and as a result, it can really just mess me up beyond belief whenever I was trying to memorize any, like, you know, button combinations as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, we did win nonetheless. So let's see how many baby Bowsers we actually hit. 23? Huh, how's off for that one? But anyway though, I suppose another thing I should probably explain about this too, for whatever reason, I just went back into the forms of those 2 app Mario games on the iPhone, which appears to be Dr. Mario World, for the sake of, like, going back into it, and also Mario Kart Tour, which I'm very glad I managed to go back into Mario Kart Tour after realizing I've now finally got myself my upgraded phone. It's not iPhone 12 though, just saying that right now, because I actually got iPhone 8. And it performs much more better than the forms of how it does it on iPhone 6 on the other hand, where it comes to, like, you know, playing Mario Kart Tour, because the problem I have with, you know, my only main problem with that game, in terms of playing this on a much more downgraded phone, to be more specifically iPhone 6, potentially, and, what happens is that the game keeps on crashing, and as a result, it just managed to ruin my experience if it keeps on crashing a lot, especially whenever we go on to later tours. And, also to top it off, is that, while the game itself runs consistently well in most upgraded phones, but for a downgraded phone such as the forms of iPhone 6, it seems to drop frames potentially, which I was like, ugh, I don't like the look of that. But I'm very glad that the load times doesn't take that long though this time on iPhone 8 that I've got, and also thank God, no more game crashes, because game crashes can really ruin my experience. But anyway, let's get ourselves the reverse mushroom, so just in case we can able to just, well, just think of strategy-wise when it comes to the forms of trying to able to come across into, you know, one of the Merlin stars, as we know, so either way though we could consider this much. And it looks like we're now onto the last 5 turns already, which, again, some of these events might take a bit longer, and sometimes goes by very quick and fast. But anyway, it looks like Mario's gonna warp onto a different part of the desert. And conveniently enough, okay, he doesn't come across into a door yet, so at least that's not what it is. New minigame, Log Jam. This minigame is actually pretty cool though. Press the button displayed on each log to split as many logs as possible. So, this minigame does remind me of similar to Logger Heads from the likes of Mario Party 9, But rather than just dealing with the forms of whoever gets the best of 3 wins, but instead we have to just chop as many of those logs as we could. Even then though, that minigame does remind Log Gem also reminds me of that minigame from Sonic and the Secret Rings. In one of those party games that you have to do like the exact same thing, except the fact that you have to do with the forms of, you know, motion controls, of course. And something worth mentioning for this point too is that in Sonic and the Secret Rings, in the party mode, one thing that I suppose no one actually noticing this until now anyway, that apparently though you can actually play the game with using the GameCube controller, but only 2-player or 3-player or 4-player mode, because I'm pretty dang sure that 1 player can only be forced to use the Wii Remote, which that maybe seems pretty unfair for the actual leader player for player 1, but at least as far as I've researched upon certain things. So anyway, oh my gosh. Oh, she got some magic lamp from that hidden block! Oh, lucky princess. Lucky you. Whatever. At least we'll get a 4 anyway, and oh goody, we actually found the real Merlin star, so pretty cool stuff. Now you can see the actual tic-tac-toe sketches onto the actual desert right there. Seriously, I really love the actual atmosphere of this board, even though it kind of feels like a different theme to it compared to the forms of how it does it in, well, most any other boards in the, well, specifically in the modern Mario Party games, because for whatever reason we didn't get a single desert-themed board during the course of the modern Mario Party games, which I have no idea why they just didn't do that. And of course we got another warp block, which, yeah, that seems kind of shocking. And of course Yoshi's going to be playing the item minigame, which is Winner's Wheel. We've not seen this one yet, so, but unfortunately I can't get involved playing it. But stop the roulette wheel with a good timing to get the item, so that's the only description I can able to configure for that part, so. You know, think of like, give me a break from Mario Party 2, except the fact that, well, it usually doesn't take place in the Wild Western kind of theme this time around, so. I wonder what item is he gonna go for. Oh, jeez, the plunger chest. I get a horrible feeling of what he might able to actually just to steal from. Although, conveniently enough, I'm pretty sure he might as well steal the item from Peach, because Peach managed to got herself the magic lamp by, you know, getting himself, or getting herself a hidden block. So, yeah, that seems very obvious stuff. And it looks like once again Mario's gonna be transported back onto the other side of the desert, and while Peach is involved, and turns out they're gonna have a duel against each other. So, yeah, that seems very standard stuff. And it looks like Mario's gonna bet on 20 coins between Peach and Mario. I'm guessing that Mario needs to stop Peach from getting that Merlin star, that's for sure. But they're doing crowd cover though, so unfortunately I didn't get a chance to play this at all, so hopefully we'll watch them play this. So, in this case we're doing, or they were doing, a Boo picture. So I believe there was like 3 variations of this, which I might be wrong, but even then though, it always reminds me of Roll Call from Mario Party 2, except that rather than just counting, instead we have to guess the picture. And Peach got it wrong, so if one of those players get it wrong, then the other player wins instead. So, and if you manage to get the exact timing with that particular image, then you also win. So, yeah, that might be seems kind of unfortunate for Peach because she now got bankrupted again. Or if in this case, she doesn't get anything now, so. But for now, let's eat some pizza again. So even then though, we can expect able to gain a lot of weight to it, so. Even though it might be true because pizzas might give you fat and all that stuff, but that's just how it is when it comes to like certain circumstances for the actual stuff for the most part, so. Anyways, let's go ahead and just keep on mashing the A button at all times, and hopefully we would be able to just, well, almost try to finish up the entire plate, but usually we always off by a little few chunks in between, so, oh well. No big deal. Alright, so let's see how things gonna turn out to be. And it looks like no one else got a star apart from me, because I actually got 4 stars at the moment, so... Feels like I'm trying to conquer myself through pretty much everything for the sake of the... You're an idiot, Peach. You're an idiot. Oh, I get it. You try to let Yoshi just try to steal an item from me, because I was gonna able to use my reverse mushroom to able to actually get to the real Merlin star. In fact, where's the real Merlin star at this point? Let's see. Oh, it's right near to the Koopa Bank. So, that's a waste of the item. I mean, you're an idiot, Peach. You're an idiot. Just saying that right now because, well, no offense though, because, you still might become the Ultimate Challenge player, but... Oh, wait a second. Wait a minute. I know what Yoshi's gonna do. You son of a... Well, there goes my reverse mushroom. Otherwise, I need to do that strategy by, you know, just trying to able to walk back and trying to get that star in a backwards fashion, and Mario come across into a fake Merlin star because it's from Mirage. So, yeah, that seems very standard stuff. But it looks like Mario's gonna do bobbing balloons, so I don't know what item he's gonna go for, so... Even though the magic lamp does exist here, so in this case he's going to go for the regular mushroom. Maybe a bit too late for that timing right there, Mario, just saying. And, yeah, about the forms of going back into Mario Kart Tour, although it still does have its issues, still, like the forms of the gacha microtransactions kind of stuff is still present there. Although, I will have to admit though right away, I think the UI is actually getting slightly tweaked and slightly better than the forms of how it does it when it first came out. So, like for instance, they now added in some more features, mainly with the forms of, well, the actual black pipes firing is now present, and also is the fact that I'm pretty dang sure that they're now able to include the event coins, which I'm very glad I've managed to able to actually just to enjoy myself with it. Even though the controls might be still a bit jarring, which as a result, because it's all touchscreen based as opposed to using the controller, but apart from those side things though, I'm very glad that I've managed to go back into Mario Kart Tour with even much more better performance than the forms of how it does it on the iPhone 6 when I used to have. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. And also I got some other games brought back ever since in, God knows, very long time ago actually. Since whenever I first got myself my first iPhone, which appears to be iPhone 5, the original model I should say. And one of those games I actually got is, I won't classify for saying, Dragon's Lair 1 and Dragon's Lair 2 Time Warp, as well as Space Ace. Why? Because I like to play those classic arcade games on the go. So I thought to myself I might as well do that, so... I suppose no matter what though, I think I was able to land on... Yeah, I might as well land on the Happening Space. Just for curiosity's sake, even though despite that I think Mario is actually currently in the lead when it comes to the forms of the Happening Stars, so... Yeah, it doesn't bother me as much though. Alright, so let's go with a dual minigame, so I think I might as well bet on... Yeah, just 20 coins, just like for Mario's sake. And we're gonna be playing... Aw, damn it, I'm not a big fan of this minigame. Bowser Toss. Hey, spin Bowser by the tail and toss him as far as you can. So, yeah, basically, this is one of the hardest minigames in the entire game. At least from my experience anyway. Because the only trickiest part about this minigame is not so much to deal with the forms of a button mashing at all times, but also you have to do an adjustable angle at the same time. Which, believe me, it is really finicky at times. Even because this is on a Nintendo 64, this means is the fact that the control stick can be a bit very fickle at times. But luckily I did win though, so at least I don't mind the bows too much, but if I was able to do this on hard mode, that would be impossible. But I digress. But at least I get some more coins though. Alright, so let's see what Yoshi's gonna do. He gets an 8, and... oh, he lands on a Bowser spot. So God knows if something more bad happens, or something good might be able to happen. Oh, Bowser's doing a sexy pose again. Which I'm not exactly sure why I was gonna point things out right there, but still. Oh, Bowser's Shuffle. This could be interesting. Basically, Bowser's Shuffle can do is that they'll switch anyone else's places. So, that's how it goes basically. So, and the results are... oh my gosh! Am I the only one managed to right next to the star? Oh my gosh! I'm very lucky again! Wow! How generous, game. How generous of you. Anyway, Mario gets double 8. In this case, 16. And of course, get 10 plus coins as well, so... and so far you got 98 coins, so... well, it might be seems a little bit more... well, I don't know how I truly try to explain about this, because, I know for the fact that it has been a while since I actually mentioned some more stuff here and there, but, hey. Alright, so meanwhile, Mario's gonna go for a golden mushroom to purchase with, and I think he'll be able to use that until the final turn anyway, so... alright, another 1 vs 3 minigame in River Raiders, which seems to be more specifically, we've already played every single of those 1 vs 3 minigames every single time. But, hey, at least I honestly don't mind about it at all, with only one exception being Crazy Cogs, because it's just basically, it's like a spiritual sequel to Shark Drop or Raw from Mario Party 2. But it's just quite difficult to win sometimes, even for the team of 3 or for the team of 1. So, because of those incoming bullet bills, they just pop out of nowhere. But I digress. Alright, so it looks like that I don't think we can able to gather as many coins, but we'll take 17 coins as it is, so I'm fine with that. Especially I'm still in the lead when it comes to the forms of minigame star and the coin star essentially as well, so yeah, too easy. That was a piece of cake. In my part anyway. Alright, last turn in Spiny Desert, and once we're done with that, we're now approaching onto the halfway point in terms of Mario Party 3 Battle Royale maps. And obviously, that we're not exactly truly at the halfway point just yet, and she bets on 17 coins. Alright, so let's see what minigame they're going to be playing. Fine with me. And I think this minigame will make a comeback in, oh yeah, use the vines to swing your way out of the Piranha Plant Forest. So yeah, that's the only instructions I can think of when it comes to that description for this minigame, Vine With Me. This minigame is also pretty cool. It's the fact that you can able to hop onto Vine to Vine, and basically with the good timing skills you perform, then you would be able to hop onto a different Vine and vice versa. However though, unfortunately though, if you couldn't tell from the actual time length for the sake of this part right here, this goes on for way too long, especially when these computer players always wait for a certain amount of time, which I think it's getting ridiculously long as a matter of fact. So, but even then though, if imagine if this was on hard mode, basically they'll just go ahead and just briefly went through the entire minigame itself. But I digress. For Fine With Me, the actual minigame will obviously make a comeback in Mario Party The Top 100, which is always a good selection as far as I'm aware, but obviously the only drawback into this though for the Top 100 version is the fact that they just removed the piranha plants in the background, which it seems kind of sad for me. Because honestly, I think the original counterpart of Fine With Me does look very cool looking. Especially when it has like different variety when it comes to the forms of the environments and all that stuff, which, yeah, I do miss those days. Because all we get is just basically just themes based off from the new Super Mario Bros. Series, which is pretty much a common thing nowadays, which, yeah, that's what I can honestly try to say. So it looks like Peach is actually up ahead, so in this case, she'll definitely win this for sure. Cause yeah, I'm pretty sure that Yoshi does take a lot of time to able to actually just to go from vine to vine, so in this case, Peach might able to get her victory, so but at least I'm fine with that. So regardless, I think she most able to get 34 coins so far. So meanwhile for me, I will definitely guarantee to get my another star, thanks to that peculiar Bowser, like Bowser shuffle and stuff like that, which, still I'm gonna say, I'm impressed by that. Alright, so let's see what the next 2 Merlin stars are gonna be located in. Well, one of them is actually almost right near to the chance time space, as well as the game guy space. And another one is actually on a sinkhole. But I don't think anyone else can able to go there anytime soon, so, because, you know, this is the final turn after all. Ah, dang it. And this means that, oh wait, this is the last turn, so I don't have to worry about this, so, apart from the fact that I need to do another duel minigame, so... Oh boy, there's gonna be a lot of duel minigames by this point, so I might as well duel with Yoshi this time, so, anyway, yeah, let's bet on 20 coins again. So hopefully, let's see what, things are we gonna be playing through. Silly Screws. We've already seen this, but now I'm gonna be playing this time around, so... Yeah, line up the nuts and advance rapidly. So, yeah, that's how the description says, so... Again, there's not much else to write to home about, aside from that very quick explanation here, so... Anyways, let's go ahead and just mash the buttons quickly. Oh, jeez, I forgot about that. Alright, so next is B, and then A, and vice versa for the most part, so... It's actually not too bad, honestly. It's pretty fun for this entire, dual minigame as it is, so even ender, because it's all about... You know, just trying to be fast and all that stuff though. Well, usually because of that though, I actually enjoyed this minigame, so... But I digress. Alright, so we're almost there, so I think I'm on the last nut that we can able to just traverse through. And sure enough, I win. Like a boss. Because, you know, I'm very good when it comes to certain minigames like these. Except for those luck-based ones. Even don't get me started on the Game Guy minigames though. Cause seriously, screw those Game Guy minigames, cause these are atrocious. And turns out, Yoshi come across into a real Merlin star on a sinkhole. And once again, we're getting transported onto another sinkhole, and it turns out we got to do a duel minigame again. So, I believe Yoshi's gonna definitely guarantee to pick me, so... Yeah, that seems very standard stuff. 1? Really? That's worthless. That's worthless amount of coins, Yoshi, to bet on. Anyway, end of the line. This is an interesting one. Climb aboard steamer, then pick the right tunnel. If you pick the wrong tunnel, you'll fly off the cliff. So, basically it's like a luck-based minigame, but you're able to actually go through 3 different tunnels. So, or to be more specifically, 2 tunnels that you have to pick one. So, if you get the wrong tunnel, then obviously it leads you all the way back to the beginning. Such as, for instance, one here. And if you pick the right tunnel, then you can proceed. I'm more concerned if Yoshi were able to win this, then he'll definitely get 2 coins out of that. I don't know. We'll never know. And sure enough, he has to restart. So I think I might as well take the right route. Huzzah! We made it to the train station. It's kinda nice that we can able to ride on the steamer once again ever since in Mario Party 2 in Western Land. Except the fact that in Western Land it's like a board, rather than like a mini-game. So, but either way though, well, I have no idea what I'm saying at this point right now, so... Anyway, so Mario's gonna use the golden mushroom for his final turn, and I don't think anyone else is gonna able to make it to that. You know what I mean, the real Merlin star, so yeah, that maybe seems obvious at the end. and Mario gets 22. In this case, like 976 combined all together. So, oh gee, I wonder what he's gonna go for. He's gonna go for a boost steal, but guess what, Mario? Well, you notice that I've managed to get the really useful item right here, as you see on screen. Despite the fact you're gonna steal a star from me, well, get a load of this. So that thing doesn't harm me. So that was a bit of a waste of unfortunate for you, Mario, right there. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anyway. Chip Shot Challenge. Another new minigame that we have not played yet. This minigame is also pretty cool. Aim for the hole, then hit the ball. The player closest to the hole wins. Now I think this minigame definitely makes a comeback in Mario Party The Top 100, which I'm glad that minigame does make a comeback though in the Top 100 game, because this minigame is interesting. However though, here's the thing though, I'm not very good at this minigame. You wanna know why? Because I just cannot tell the judge of the depth of it. So yeah, that seems a little bit unfortunate for the side of things. So anyways, let's see what Mario's gonna get. He doesn't make it to the hole, but he stays put in 322 meters. And what is Peach gonna do? Will she ever make it to the hole? Nope, guess not. And she got the exact same distance as Mario. Okay, what about Yoshi then? Is he gonna go for the same? Oh, look at that! Snap! But, here's the thing though, if the three players manage to got the exact same meter distance, they'll get a draw. So, I'm the only one managed to get an OB, so whatever, not the end of the world, but I need to get a little bit more practice for that minigame after playing the Top 100 version, because in the Top 100 version does have a flat surface on that hillside. I think that's the only thing I'm used to at this point, but anyway. So yeah, let's see the final results in Spiny Desert in Mario Party 3. Even though I'm pretty sure I'm dominated it for the majority of the board, so there's not much right to home about. So, got 5 stars all in all, and I got the most coins. So I definitely guaranteed to get the coin star no matter what. So, minigame star, I'm the legend when it comes to minigames. And coin star, obviously me, because I actually got a lot of coins throughout. And as for Happening Star, I'm not exactly sure who's gonna get this. Oh, Mario! So yeah, I was right all along. I actually predicted that. That Mario definitely gets the Happening Star for sure. So basically, I win Spiny Desert. So this means I got myself 3 victories in Mario Party 3. Pretty good stuff so far. At least until likely whenever we get on to some tricky boards later on for later on weekends as far as I'm concerned. That up next here will be Woody Woods, but I'll discuss more on that in a second. Because for now, let's check out the detailed results to see what the results talliate for that between. So I've got 180 coins from the minigame star, and Coin Star pretty much got 131 coins from that. Even though Mario almost got closer to me though, but not necessarily significant. But anyway, yep, pretty much Mario got 4 happening spaces, and I was off by 2, and no chance times, and Mario landed on 3 Bowser spaces. 2 battle spaces, and 4 item minigame spaces that I seem to land on, and 2 bank spaces for Yoshi, and no Game Guide minigames at all. Well, unless if you want to count the Lucky Charm, but anyway. So we get the endings off here, so join me next weekend for more of Let's Play of Mario Party 3. Instead, we are moving on now on to Woody Woods. So, that'll be interesting, so I'll see you guys until next Saturday. Later, fellas.